Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and we back with another video, and we gonna be reacting to the Green Bay Packers game, man. Hey, the season done. It's done. If we lose one more game, it's officially over. Officially over. We might see some moves happen with this team. Maybe Calais Campbell gets released so he can go to a playoff team. I thought we were a playoff team, but I'm guessing we not, based off our record right now as a team, 5-7. 5-7, man. So I feel like maybe this team ain't take the beginning of the year too serious because they probably thought that we were an elite team already. Like, everybody's saying Tua the problem. He put up good stats, but at the same time, it was in garbage time. So we can't really give him that. We can't. We can't. So, the Tuaneers, they're going to ride for Tua no matter what. But the Wolfpack, they can say whatever they want to as well. So you can't say either or. It's kind of like a divide with the Miami Dolphins fan base. A real big divide. I don't know why there's a divide. We all know which side is right and which side is wrong. I'm not going to speak on that. I'm going to let y'all make y'all choice based off what you think is right and what you think is wrong. But John Middlecoff, he has a good point in regards to a quarterback that needs to be playing at Miami. Tua, he the perfect quarterback based off of him being familiar with our weather, being from Hawaii. Good teams that could have picked Tua would be like the Minnesota Vikings, the Detroit Lions. They play in a dome, but once you at practice, you could play indoors or outdoors. When it's snowing, you could practice in the snow, throwing to your players. So Tua would have been better off going to an up north team rather than in Miami each practice, sunlight, 85 degrees, 80 degrees, 90 degrees sometimes. You barely get to see that weather up north. Unless you like a real ass quarterback that could adjust to any environment, then that's a whole different story. But to it just seemed like he's not that type of person. It just seemed like it, man. When are we gonna be a good team? When are we gonna be a team in the cold? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we need to go play the Patriots at their house when it's 20 degrees so we can prove everybody wrong. But the Patriots, they're not a good team. They're not a good team, man. But let's check out what John Middlecoff had to say about Tua and the type of quarterbacks the Miami Dolphins need to target. Tua's a good quarterback, but it don't seem like he could be the right one if he can't beat teams in the cold. No excuses about it. You say you're going to kill the narrative, but you ain't kill it. You ain't kill it, man. But let's check out what John Middlecoff had to say about this.
It was 30-17. The number looks a little closer than the game was. And the weather today in Miami was 85 degrees, which has to be one of the nicest climates on Thanksgiving Day in all of America. Hell, where I live in Scottsdale, which is an incredible winter climate, it's like 72 degrees. 85 degrees, that's about as good as you get. And then they showed on during the broadcast when it started snowing, it was like 27 degrees in Green Bay, which I would imagine feels even colder when you factor in the wind and the snow coming down. So you have basically a 60-degree difference between Miami and Green Bay, Wisconsin. And listen, I'm someone who born and raised in a warm weather climate. I fucking hate the cold. I used to like skiing. Now I don't want to risk getting injured or anything. So I don't even, if I'm going to go to the mountains, I'm basically just drinking and hanging during the winter. Summer, do normal activities, but winter, like you won't find me on the slopes anymore. Especially because these lift tickets at like Squaw Valley and North Star and places like Tahoe are like $700 for a day. But that's a whole nother story. But the reality is just these are human beings. And let's face it, Miami, I wouldn't say is built like the 85 Bears, right? From a physical toughness standpoint, the way they want to play, spread the ball out and sling it around. This is inevitable. What human being, what group of human beings could have a 60-degree difference from 85 degrees to 25 degrees playing a sport like football and have a snowball's chance in hell to compete? Like, it's not that complicated. This is one of those that's very black and white. Of course, they don't translate well to these cold weather games. It's basically impossible to. In what world Mike McDaniel made a joke this week. I think on his press conference on Monday or Tuesday. They asked him what he was going to do to get ready. And, he's kind of a quirky, his press conferences are a little weird. He joked that he was going to have ice cubes in his pockets. And everyone laughed. Hee hee. What could he do? Honestly, what could he possibly do to prepare for that change in climate? There was one time, one of the most famous viral photos of the internet age with the San Francisco 49ers was when Chip Kelly was the coach of the Niners. And they had one of their worst seasons in franchise history. And I think statistically the worst defense ever. I forget who they played. It might have been Tampa. And they stayed, or it might have been Miami. And they stayed in Florida. And they were playing the Bears the following week. So they basically didn't come home. And the weather in Chicago was supposed to be bad. Turns out it was. It's like a snowstorm. And there was this clip of someone like spraying water on the kicker or a guy catching the ball. I mean, it was pretty embarrassing. And then they went and played the Bears, and I'm pretty sure Matt Barkley was the quarterback, and they lost by several touchdowns. And the visual did not do justice to the final score. Like, it's just hard when you have that. But, like, there's nothing you can do to prepare for that weather unless you travel immediately to that weather and play in it. And then let's face it, like, when you scout or when you work for a team and you coach and you're getting ready to pick players to come to your team, and we've talked about this before, defensive players kind of translate. Like, if you're a physical defender, whether you're a warm weather team, whether you're a cold weather team, I'm going to want you on my squad. But offensive guys, like, I got to do some digging, specifically with quarterbacks. And you watch Jordan Love and you go, I see why Gutekunst and LaFleur liked him a lot. You see, I mean, obviously he's turned into a really good player. And, I mean, he's got a chance. I mean, he's going to go to the playoffs again for the Green Bay Packers starting quarterback. They're going to easily win double-digit games. He's just a very, very talented guy. But his arm strength really stands out. Because you could not be the Green Bay Packers quarterback with a weak arm. You have no fucking chance. None. Just like playing in New York, playing in New England, playing in Philadelphia, playing in colder weather spots. If you do not have a strong arm, it's hard to play in that, wind, cold. It's tough. It's why we talk about hand size. It always becomes a big part of the conversation. Sometimes it goes viral when people are making fun of these quarterbacks with small hands. And it matters because when it starts raining, it's hard to grip the ball. Well, if you play in Southern California or in a dome, like, who cares? Right? Jared Goff does not have big hands. Well, historically, he's never played that well outside. Well, most of his career, right, beside road games, has been in Los Angeles and has been in a dome in Detroit. So you can kind of make up for it based on your own, ability to control the variables. So he's benefited from that. If you put him in New England or New York, or Cleveland, it'd be a lot harder. It's like you look back on them going for Deshaun Watson in Cleveland, you're like, you're getting a dude from the South who does not have a big arm. And this was before he sucked. Even when he was playing well, it's like, this is going to be tough. It's why Flacco had a lot of success. His ball pierces all the cold. The wind, the cold air, like it translates. Well, where's he from? Delaware, PA, Penn State, Baltimore, Cleveland. Like, that shit works. And you watch Jordan Love, obviously they've turned him in to a really good player. But to me, you could never draft a quarterback as like your franchise guy in Green Bay if they do not have a big arm. And it just happens that Favre, might have one of the biggest arms in NFL history. Rodgers isn't far behind, and Jordan Love clearly has one of the best arms in the league. So you just watch Miami, you go, like, yeah, I understand you're watching them play in this game. They're just kind of dinking and dunking because Tua's not going to be able to throw bombs. His arm not going to work in that situation. And honestly, listen, I've gained a lot of respect for Tua ever since the last fencing moment. Like he's like I get him. Like and I understand why Saban liked him. I understand why Mike McDaniels likes him. I understand why like it's just he's an easy guy to root for. And he's probably a better quarterback than people like me that are critical of him. But this, if you gamble, honestly, I was kind of pissed at myself. I should have put 5x what I ended up putting on this game. And this was the only game that I bet of the day. Partly because the morning games, you're going to be watching them anyway. I needed a little juice to watch this thing. It's been a long day. You've had a bunch of food. I wanted to be into it. But also, I knew like there's no chance Miami's going to win this game. Absolutely zero. When you factor in the franchise, when you factor in their quarterback, when you factor in their coach and what happened, they get their fucking ass kicked. It was 24-3 at halftime, and it didn't even feel that close.
Yeah, about Tua right there. Yeah, let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. Like with Tua, he the type of quarterback he can't pierce the code like that in regards to him throwing. So him in those climates, you're not really gonna get the best quarterback that you can get. You're probably not gonna get that 100% Tua. In my honest opinion, he right. He right. I feel like we should have got a quarterback that could throw in any climate. He's still gonna be used to throwing in Miami all the time, but he got to be able to have an arm that he could throw up north as well. We can't rely on until we play the Detroit Lions or the Minnesota Vikings for us to play a team up north in a dome. We can't rely on that. Unless all the teams up north end up getting domes, then we're gonna be good for life or two. But it don't work like that. So you're gonna have to acclimate to this cold, but it seems like it's too late now. It seems like it's too late. We're not gonna make the playoffs, and so on and so forth. The next cold game we probably gonna get is the Cleveland Browns game. Maybe the Jets game as well. We gonna see. We gonna see, man. But man, this team let me down. With this loss, one more we done. One more we done, and I think we gotta focus on the draft. In my honest opinion, we gotta focus on the draft, man. Right here we have Cam Newton. We gonna see what he had to say about Tua throwing in this type of weather. I think he hit it on the money as well. I think he hit it. Y'all let me know in the comments.
The thing with narratives, there's one way to change them, and so my expectation would be, those who, the naysayers will, you prove them right, they'll be louder. So that's part of the territory. You carry that until you do something about it, and unfortunately we didn't tonight.
As far as season hopes, I would say that this one was a tough one for us as a team. I know what this game meant to a lot of guys in that locker room. I wouldn't say the dream's dead for our team just yet.
I mean, we all know what time it is here. First of all, first thing about the coach. You know what? We get to the quarterback, too. Before we get to the quarterback, how about your coach don't look like he can handle the cold weather?
He looks
looking like
freezing.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Cold.
What the hell was that about? I mean, the cold weather. The cold. Damn right it was. Listen, I know this. I'm not. Do I look like I want to be in the cold? Exactly. Undisclosed tropical location, my brother. The point that I'm trying to make to you is this. In the end, you palm trees outside. I know my lane. You ain't see me in Green Bay in 23-degree weather. I ain't playing that, okay? But here's the reality, y'all. We're going to look at Tua Tagovailoa, right? And we know the brother can play. We know the brother has skills. They're 0-12 now in their last 12 games in 40-degree weather or less. 0 for 12. They're 4-0 against winning teams this season, 0-4 against winning teams, okay, with Tua in the lineup. Against winning teams, right, I'm looking at this right here. In games started since Tua started last season, the Miami Dolphins are 14-1 against winning teams, 1-10 against losing teams. Now, obviously, some of those games were in inclement weather. Well, what's the problem with that? Let's look to the AFC. Everybody ain't the Chargers. That's L.A. We talk about Kansas City. It's cold Kansas City in January. We talk about Baltimore. It's cold. It's cold in January. We talking about Buffalo. It's cold. You understand? Most of the teams they're going up against, wherever you turn, it's going to be cold weather. And the Miami Dolphins have already shown us they worse than Stephen A. They ain't trying to feel the cold weather. I hear you, but I ain't playing in the NFL. They are. They should be doing better. They can't in cold weather. No chance. It's over for them this season.
The division gods are so cruel that they put the Dolphins in a division where they have to play in Jersey, Buffalo, and Boston. It's so cruel.
A lot of things here that needs to be discussed, and I'm going to give y'all some free game. If anything that you need to know about the Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniels, Tua Tagovailoa, and cold weather situations, why are all of their routes dinks and donks, or it's in-breaking routes? Show me a deep non-ball or deep post or an out-breaking route. What am I saying? I'm saying Tua's arm strength is exposed in cold weather. How do I know this? I thought the cold was just another type of situation. When I went up to the internship in New England and we had to go outside to practice on a day-to-day basis, that ball was flurrying out there rather than getting there on a straight line. What I'm saying is the verdict is out when scouting the Miami Dolphins because Tua doesn't have the arm strength in cold weather. So you have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and respectfully Odell Beckham, one of the top-tier receiver skill sets in all of football. We want to see these guys fly down the field, not dink and dunk down the field.
Right here we have Jordan Brooks and his response to what happened.
What bothers you the most?
Too many explosives.
The one of the companies that tracks the statistics, they said that the team missed 20 tackles. Did it feel like there were 20 missed tackles out there?
Yeah.
Jordan, what about playoff hopes right now? Do you think about that, or?
Yeah. Every game is a playoff game from here on out.
I know you pride yourself on being a very physical football player. Did you feel like the team played physical enough tonight?
No, I felt like we let the elements control the way that we played. As a group, I thought we were soft. Simple as that. I thought we were soft today.
And when you say the elements, what do you mean?
I don't know if guys was too cold. Like, I don't know what it was, but I felt like the elements played a part in how we played as a group. And so, and that was the results that we got.
Some players. Some players were saying they thought the first half hole was just too much to dig your way out of. Do you view it that way?
Yeah, I thought we played better in the second half, but 24 points is too much to come back from. You know what I'm saying? Especially against a good team. So we did ourselves a disservice playing the way we did in the first half.
Hey, I mean, you could consider it us beating ourselves, but at the same time, y'all boys should have been focused and locked in the first half. It felt like we were sleeping in the first half. The second half, okay, because we were down bad, 24-3. Of course, you're going to come back in the second half and try to do what you can to win that game. You know, but that's what it takes. Why couldn't y'all do that in the first half? Every game is a playoff game, right? But in the first half, y'all ain't played like it was a playoff game. Y'all did it. Y'all did it, man. But shout out to Jordan Brooks, a man of little words, you know, straight action. I respect Jordan Brooks, bro. Here we have Sam Acho. He even noticed that even the head coach was cold. When the head coach is cold, the whole team is cold. Mike McDaniel, he made it obvious out there that he was cold. He made it real obvious. He had a glove. He had a glove for each finger. He had a crew neck sweater under a shirt. He had about like 3 shirts on. So let's hear what Acho had to say.
But you know what irritates me, Colvin? Let me know if we have this picture. I was watching the game before it even kicked off. It was the Mike McDaniel was out there and head coach Matt LaFleur was out there. And he looked so cold.
Yeah.
The head coach looked so
Why does he only have a hoodie?
cold.
Put a jacket on.
The players are a reflection of their coach.
He ready to
If
get in that locker room.
the coach looks cold, what do y'all think about the players? So what frustrates me, and now we're talking about the Dolphins now, what frustrates me is just how soft the Dolphins played. That muffed punt by the Dolphins. Dolphins make the Packers go 3 and out. So I'm sitting here thinking the defense did their job.
Yeah, they did.
And now you're going to fumble a punt. And, James, I suggest that muffed punt was purely because of the cold.
That set the tone.
It was purely because of the cold, 1,000%. Because I was thinking about, have the Dolphins muffed punts this season? And it's like, oh, wait, that's one of their few, if not only muffed punts all year, purely because of the cold. When I think about it, the Dolphins, they did look soft.
Everybody calling our team soft. Everybody calling our team soft. When we going to change that narrative? Seems like never. Seems like never. Like, we got to make a change, but everybody seems like there's no change to be made. You know, with Mike McDaniel, you know, everybody think he a bad play caller sometimes. They think he a good play caller sometimes. With Tua, they think he bad. And sometimes they think he good. With Chris Greer, they think he bad. And then you got people like Calais Campbell, Jordan Brooks, you know, Jonnu Smith playing well, making Chris Greer look good. You just don't know who we got to get rid of. You don't know who, but you know that we a soft team, so we got to get rid of somebody. Somebody made a mistake to the point where they got to be cut loose, let go. Got to be, man. Even Jordan Brooks had something to say about the Miami Dolphins after their win against us.
I mean, that was big. That was big because I feel like we kind of like start off a little slow. I feel like the first run I kind of misplaced where I wanted to run. I wish that was like the only run I wish I could have had back today. But I mean, that was a huge momentum changer. And man, I mean, them guys looked like they was cold out there, so we was ready to get to it. I mean, it was
embarrassing, man. Right here we got the Dolphins versus Green Bay Packers game. Let's check this out. I don't want to watch this, but I got no choice. Got no choice.
File that away. Good pressure on that third down for the Dolphins. Kick is 46. He couldn't see it. Muffed it.
The game just started, bro. The game just started. He muffed it. He muffed it. We lost the game at this point. We lost the game at this point.
Bo Melton there. One of the two. The Packers gunners. Down there and come up with it.
Look at this. Look. Bro, they 1 foot away from a touchdown, man. Just give them boys 6 points, bro. Just give it.
Fake to Jacobs. Love. Touchdown Reed. Jaden Reed connects and leaps. What a throw, but
understandable. They're going to target the weak link, which is Storm Duck on this defense. In regards to DBs, he's the weakest link. One-on-one with Jaden Reed, their best receiver. What y'all expect? What do y'all really expect, man?
Jordan Love, they're trying to show you play action. Excellent patience by Reed.
Boom.
He waits.
Right between the numbers on that one, too. Right between the numbers.
Excellent patience by Reed.
Right there. Right there.
He waits.
Storm Duck gotta do better than this. Gotta do better than this, man. You know, you need to be playing like Kader Kohu when he first came out. That's how you need to be playing.
And then he separates, but Jordan Love just throwing
Calais
a
almost
dime
got there.
out on the boundary. If he's 6 inches inside of this thing.
He's going to run it with Raheem Mostert inside a rare carry for Mostert of late.
Slowly fading away.
The third drive for the Dolphins for the Packers against the Dolphins defense. And on first down, Love will get it to Tucker Kraft, the tight end. We'll get to the
Kraft mac and cheese.
9 yards.
Almost at the first down.
The physicality he's bringing to the team, making a difference.
Jump it on 3rd and 3 again.
Man, mac and cheese again?
And Tucker Kraft goes to the 41.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Tucker Kraft, he a good tight end, but he more so of a blocker. You know, they receiving tight end Luke Musgrave. I don't know what's up with him, but, you know, he would have been doing way worse than this if he was playing. Way worse, but, you know, Tucker Kraft, he's like a jack of all trades. A jack of all trades. I would consider him like a top 10 tight end. Top 10.
1 yard line.
Top 10 or 12.
South Dakota State. 19 or
South Dakota State, man.
Derrick Henry doing more business on the ground this year
Good
in
ass
the
run.
NFL than Jacobs. Sketchers.
Good ass block by Tucker Craft.
They'll run it with
Mac and
Wilson,
cheese.
first down and more.
They go Wilson.
Wilson, first and goal. Just tripped up by Jordan Poyer at the 7-yard line. Second and goal.
Manito got there quick, but too late. Josh Jacobs touchdown.
Yard line.
He misread it.
Second and goal.
Straight through.
Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Man. But hey, that's on special teams. Putting us in this spot so them boys could obviously score. You know, when them boys in the red zone, they're a lethal team. They're a lethal team. They got a lot of weapons out there that could score. A lot of weapons. Josh Jacobs. I seen Christian Watson score a few times before. You know, Jordan Love, he uses all his weapons. All of them. Nobody left behind.
Jones shooting the gap right there. Love gets it out
Good
of
job,
his hand.
Benito, but you just went too far up the field. Too far up. You should have read that right there and got Josh Jacobs.
And again, you don't want to be a
Should've read that.
secondary guy trying to come.
Tyreek had over 100 yards week 1. Hasn't been over 100 yards since. And all the attention to
Back
the
to
right.
pass.
And throwing
Johnny.
underneath where he left is Jonnu Smith on the
The
reception
savior.
for a gain of 11.
Shout out to Johnny.
In there. Tagovailoa into the air. Back to Ingold again.
Ingold.
And welcome home for
Back
Alec
at his
Ingold.
hometown.
Played a
Shout out
college
to
game with
Ingold.
Wisconsin against LSU. Played here as a rookie.
Little
What a block he
A-Chain.
just threw
Pick
there.
off A-Chain.
Springing A-Chain to the 31
I love that right there. But we barely ran the ball. Rarely ran the ball. We'll go Waddle. Red zone.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Ain't no excuses. Y'all boys gotta score. Y'all boys gotta score. Y'all got Waddle out here. Y'all got Tyreek Hill out here. Y'all got Malik Washington out here.
Tyreek in motion taken off upfield.
Gotta score. Jonas Smith, he fell.
Underneath. A lot of traffic. Mostert.
Horrible
Sanders
pass,
gets
man.
the field goal try from close from 33. And
Man, y'all should have left with 6. At least 6.
gets the first points on the board for Miami. As mentioned tonight, concussion suffered last week. This is Jaden Reed.
There go Jaden Reed again. Good rush.
His 13th run of the year. Still going to the 47.
Hey, Jaden Reed, they be using him like a Debo Samuel. He built like that. He definitely built like that, man. So, you know, I don't want to consider him a wide receiver 1, but he is. Pretty much. He basically is.
Yard line. Big run for Reed.
Jordan Love's got to be really good with the ball in this situation.
3rd and 6. Stop at 3-5. Inside throw incomplete. Coverage there from Saran Neal inside.
Okay, Saran Neal.
For being offside.
You know, if he in, we probably went through a lot of injuries. We probably went through a lot of injuries in the DB room. But at the same time, you know, I just don't think, you know, the Green Bay Packers scoring 30 indicates in regards to the defense doing bad. I just don't think so.
Trying to get off the ball and disrupt.
1st and 5 for Tua. Throw over the top to
Ooh.
Mostert. He hangs on. Raheem
Okay.
Mostert.
Once it stayed up.
3rd and 8. Odell Beckham Jr. sighting. He's in the game. Tua goes down.
Teron. Fam, what's up, fam? The best tackle in the league, right? On PFF. Best tackle, right?
Beckham Jr. sighting. He's in the game. Tua goes down.
Yeah, he messed up on that one.
He
Man.
got sacked. Pressure from the blind side. And
The
Akbari.
first sack he let up the whole season. The first sack.
This must-see TV.
Packers take over from the 38, leading by 11. And underneath,
Little
it's
Wick.
Octavian Wicks. 28-degree night, 2nd and 2. Went inside, run, Chris Brooks. Inside the 40-yard.
Why we let him go, man? Why we let Chris Brooks go and look at him balling out for the Green Bay Packers? Killing the narrative that y'all boys be talking about. You can't play in the cold, but look at Chris Brooks. He looked completely fine in the cold, but it's probably because he's used to playing in the cold in regards to practice over there with the Green Bay Packers. So that could be the case, but, you know, Chris Brooks, he was a good running back. Very, very good running back that we could have put in there. Him, Raheem, Jalen Wright. That would be a deadly running back room. A young, deadly running back room that we could definitely use.
Yard line, it's down to the 37. Go with both backs, Jacobs and Brooks. And Love reading it out, firing with a flat down. Christian Watson has the grab inside the 20-yard line.
Cam Smith nowhere to be found.
Offensive pass interference. 3rd and 2 for Green Bay. Fake to Jacobs.
Jaden Reed.
First down, Reed, touchdown for the 2nd time on this Thanksgiving.
Hey, at this point, just put Ramsey on him, man. Just put Ramsey. I thought any of our boys could handle Jaden Reed, but obviously they're showing that they can't. Fam scored 2 touchdowns in one game, man. 2 touchdowns in one game, man.
Seconds are served. Special.
What celebration them boys doing?
Watch these guys block. This is Christian.
This is a beautiful play call right here. Beautiful play call. But this is why you want receivers with size. Look at this. Look at this. Wicks. He not the biggest, but he good enough. But this is wonderful blocking by the receivers. Touchdown. Touchdown. Hopefully Mike McDaniel showing our players this.
Watson outside, make the critical
Beautiful.
block on Storm Duck, and we talked about the run after catch by this guy right here, Jaden Reed. He is electric with the ball in his hand.
Most definitely.
2nd and 10.
He actually played with Keon Coleman at Michigan State when he was over there.
Tua out of the pocket, taking
out.
It's the sideline.
Tua
Ducks out
think
of
he can
bounds.
run.
Completion's
But
got
he
plenty
can't.
of time.
From the pocket, completion.
That ball definitely coming out soft. I'm not even
Again
gonna lie.
inside, that is the busy man Smith.
It's not piercing through the cold.
3rd and 5. Tua in the middle is incomplete.
Tua, why you setting up Malik Washington like that? Why? Why? Come on, fam. He already muffed the punt. Now you're gonna do this to him too? Now this? You gotta take it easy on Malik, bro. You gotta take it easy on Malik.
Big hit on Malik Washington. Never had it as Walker and McDuffie were right there. If there's any wind, it is helping. They eschew that and go for it on 4th and 5. Tua throws too high. Had Achan.
Hey, the narrative might be true. Narrative might be true, man. Tua, you can't throw in the cold for real? I can't either, but.
Love's got the backfield empty. Back it up.
Come on, Chop.
Taking a shot. Kraft. First down and more. Tucker Kraft
Gotta
on
wrap
the
up.
sideline.
Gotta
One
wrap
timeout.
up.
Trying to edge closer, do it on the ground with Chris Brooks. He'll get inside.
Chris Brooks again.
To the 28.
Just dragging him.
Timeout comes.
Kick is
Packers
good.
for the 2nd straight game. For the 2nd time in 5 days, have played a fabulous
24-3 at half, man. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, man.
first half.
Them boys not serious. 2nd half.
For Tua.
Good blocking by Teron Armstead on that one. Okay, he kind of got help on that one by Waddle. Good block by Waddle.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Incomplete. You know, Odell, he be getting unfair targets. Way too many unfair targets, man.
Here's the communication of 3rd and 6.
Chop almost got it again.
Sideline shot. Watson separates. Got it. Wasn't touched.
Storm Duck, you're not ready. Storm Duck, you're not ready. Just let us know. Just let us know. We'll go get somebody else. We will. We will. No worries.
So
You could be on the practice squad, but I don't think you're ready for the roster. I don't think you're ready.
Alyssa mentioned how he was itching to get back at it, and the trust there of Jordan Love. 2nd grab for Watson. This is
Jacobs again.
with a screen, with a convoy. Hit hard at the 15, but not brought down.
You know, we coming with pain. We trying to hit somebody, but them boys not feeling it. Them boys are not feeling it.
Kraft in motion. Here comes the pressure. Love runs away from it and throws.
You see? Like we saying pressure, that is not even affecting Jordan Love. He's still completing every pass. Sending pressure. Okay, got a 4th down. Good, good.
Brandon McManus just does that. Back in his Niners days.
Good play fake. Boom. Johnny first down.
Upfield and lost the football.
He almost lost the ball, bro. Almost lost the ball, bro. Somebody gotta get fired after that, and I know it's not gonna be the players. I know it's not gonna be the players.
But Quay Walker couldn't get there before it went out of bounds. So
Go back to pass.
steps up and throws complete. It is Johnny Smith.
Johnny Smith again.
Sixth hit every time he's been targeted.
Hey, Tua love Johnny Smith. He loved throwing to him now. He definitely does.
He's caught. Tua again on time.
Waddle
Waddle
again.
to the 14. First significant hit for those two. Back in your quarterback days, all those QBs in Dallas. Tua, A-Chan's got blocked.
A-Chain, he always gonna score on this one. He always gonna score on this one. We're gonna try this a few times in the red zone each week. One of the better play calls that I like. One of the better ones. We know Devon A-Chain got good hands. We all know that. So using him in that way, easy money.
Some space, and Devon A-Chan finds the end zone, his 6th receiving touchdown of the season.
They fake the screen to the outside. This is A-Chan. If you're a linebacker, you better get over there. And then they bring it back inside.
Okay, Aaron Brewer, get your block. Okay, Robert Jones.
This guy's got some juice. They love that play. They execute as well as anybody.
Pull up.
There's a little bit
block.
of life in Miami right now.
And now Miami will go for 2. Haven't converted one yet this year.
Good catch by Waddle.
Yes, it is. Wow.
Just please keep throwing it, Waddle, please.
Tua floated it up.
Waddle, he ain't hit 100 today?
Under
I think he
directions,
did.
laying
I
over
gotta
the
check out his
defender.
stats.
He got 1, he got 2. And what a finish by Waddle.
That ended Miami's season last year. Love from the 30.
Okay. Almost had his hands on it.
Tavian Wicks, the Storm Duck. A lot of folks thought this would be a breakout season for him. 3rd and a yard. Jacobs inside. Net right away. Trying to bounce, but not getting away. Quentin Bell had the first hit. Chase and stay in touch in the final third of this season. Trying to make a big comeback tonight. They get Tyreek Hill going.
Do we still have the turkey?
Wasn't that his only catch of the whole night? Wasn't it?
She said, nah, it's long gone.
Hope not. The 42 Tua climbing, throws. Hey, on the run.
Tyreek again.
Tyreek Hill. His biggest catch of the night inside the 35. 3rd and 6. Packers have 6 on the line. 4 of them come. 2 his throws complete for the first down to the 21. Odell Beckham Jr.
Finally, he get a catch. Finally.
Ingold in motion to middle of the field. It is caught at the 10-yard line. Waddle pulled down there.
Yeah, there goes Waddle.
Tua fakes it to A-Chan. Smith is coming across, and it's incomplete. That was read by Keyshawn Nixon from the back end. 4th and goal from the 1. Tua faking. Ingold fell. Tua sacked.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I get scared whenever Tua gets sacked. I get real scared.
Flag. Come on,
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah, right back at you. For the 16. Little blitz. Get the backside of it. And there goes Kraft.
I think y'all mac and cheese, he like that.
32-yard line for
Mac
the
and
first
cheese,
down.
he like that.
And the motion is staying with the pass game here. Love plunge it.
Doing love, stepping up in the pocket. Ooh. Dotson. Oh, man, Dotson, that made me scratch my back right there. Oh, my God. What happened to you, fam? What happened? What happened?
Goes Kraft. Right, South Dakota out. 32-yard line for the first down.
Bro, our boy got broke, man.
And the motion is staying with the pass game here. Love plunge it. Now checks it down. Josh Jacobs. Oh, beautiful move by Jacobs.
Just wild,
That was
man.
great. Terrell Dotson left him in the dust.
You gotta do a better job tackling Dotson. Gotta do a better job, man.
And he comes back to
You better not be out there scared.
40 yards later. What a move by Jacobs on Dotson. Wow. 319. We'll go to there. Calais Campbell with the pressure. Love resets. Tucker
Craft. Ooh, good truck. First down.
Punishing finish to the run.
First down.
Reed's got two. Come to the other side. And Wicks just shy.
Oh, that's Wicks right there.
Just shy by the down judge.
Another field goal. Cookie is good.
And right about in the middle of those. 33 yards out. Tua throws. Tyreek takes off.
He'll go to garbage time.
Hill to the 36-yard line.
To have all that speed, you got to find a way to give
Go
them
back
a
to
chance
pass.
to make some of those plays.
Tua comes to
Good
Waddle.
job finding Waddle.
Waddle takes off. Yard shy of the first down. Keyshawn Nixon.
The clock is ticking.
3rd and 1 here. Tua.
Jonathan again.
First down.
Receiver number 2 in this offense. Receiver number 2.
And out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Recruiting. I wasn't coaching. Here he's back to coaching. He's loving it too. After Smith deflected and Tyreek.
Pure luck. Pure luck. So don't even count this right here. Do not count this.
Gets the touchdown. So it was intended for Smith and Hill, who's been having trouble finding the end zone.
This is like the old Phil McConkey from Phil Simms' Super Bowl back in the day. You get the tip ball to Jonnu, bounces up in the air, and there he is. Tyreek.
A good job by Tyreek having that awareness.
Hill.
Had just 1 touchdown in the first 8 games. That's 3 touchdowns in the last 4. And the tight ends in the slot.
Go back to pass.
Conversion tonight, and will not hit that
Almost
mark.
picked.
That pass goes incomplete. And certainly reconnecting on this Thanksgiving night. It's 3rd and 11. Deep drop.
Calais.
Take a shot for Watson. Broken up.
Okay, good coverage by Neal.
No flag.
Good coverage, but only 1 minute, 30 seconds left.
3rd and 15. Jonnu Smith again. With Quay Walker there. Denver plays
Good
Cleveland.
job by Jonnu. Yeah, we abused Jonnu today. He got the ball a lot.
4th and 5.
Jonnu again.
This is not a recording. This is Jonnu Smith again. River Craycraft is a man in motion. I was going to say it was Rashawn Gary, but instead it's Brenton Cox. He gets in there. It's time to go.
Yeah, you just got to wrap it up and get out of here.
Final play of the game is Durham Smythe, and it ends there. 5 sacks, 10 penalties, and a turnover for the Dolphins. The Green Bay Packers on this Thanksgiving night continue their run.